cattywampus. Please subscribe, click the like button, the thumbs up, and the notification bell, and all of your streams will come true. So thank you very much for being here. I don't think I ever remember being this tired. We've got some trains here. We're in the West Island of Montreal. My name is Jack Casey. This is A Bass Guy Show. This December will be our 10-year anniversary this December. I have my brother, Up a Ladder Guy, coming to visit me in real life for the first time. I haven't seen him in 12 years, so that's going to be fun too. And I've been doing a thing called This Day Today project, which has been taking up my entire life. I'm in the middle of the biggest project of my entire life, and nobody notices, of course, but that's fine. I'm going to collapse the chat board here so I can see what I'm doing, and the chat is over there. So we have Hayden saying, "Where's Frankie?" Now listen, Hayden. Hayden, welcome. But here is a little section before Frankie comes on in about 6 minutes. Helpful suggestions to becoming a better viewer. Go into the live chat and immediately say something out of context. Number 2, don't wear pants, demand everything right now for free. Have a fake username, fake profile photo, and tell the content creator what to do. Where's Frankie, man? Number 4, remember that the audience comes before the actual content and purpose. Scroll somewhere else every 5 seconds and use as many emojis as possible to demonstrate the proper use of language. Number 5, never ask questions about the subject matter or add knowledge to the content. Rather, proudly state what you had for lunch and ask if anyone has seen the crime show on Netflix. Only engage in relatable content. Number 6, everyone knows that if you can't relate to something, that it must be complete rubbish anyway. Stuff like the law of thermodynamics is really dumb and has nothing to do with Jerry Springer. Number 7, don't forget, everybody on the chat wall and people watching in stealth mode without logging in so you don't have to show face, but you watch every week anyway for years and never tip. Number 7, enlightenment. Don't forget it's 2023 and everything is free. Take it now and take it fast. Ignore the amount of life work some people put into a craft or subject and realize that you know better than within about 3 seconds and with no practice or experience at all. Number 8, say things like, "You know what you need to do, bass guy?" I love it when that happens. Number 9, we need a drum roll like David Letterman. Top 10. Don't do any research and ignore history. It gets in the way of relatable content and 15-second long TikTok videos. And number 10, watch everything for free. Okay, Larry, just shut everything off. Sorry to be a dick, but that's the mood I'm feeling today. I'm feeling a little bit tired. I went and bought strings for $125, and then I paid the internet bill for $105. And then I just bought this new microphone for $100 secondhand. And I just wanted to talk to you about that. I can't really see the comments here, but hello. Hey, Smiley Emily. Hey, Sky the Universe. Hey, Nathan. Hey, Frankie. McDonald is doing great. Frankie's calling in about 5 minutes. Now, I have a thing here called strings. And first, all you have to do, if you want to know how to do a show like this or be a musician, it's super easy. Just practice every day for 30 years nonstop, and then every month you have to spend about $200 on strings. I got these strings, those strings, guitar strings, classical strings, and to put the strings on one guitar, you got to take the guitar apart, you got to clean it, you got to put linseed oil on it, you got to screw everything tight, do all the intonation. It's a whole world of its own. So after you've done all that, then you just go onto your show and you grab this camera here. This is the new side cam that can go anywhere, and all you do is you open up your computer. You get yourself a computer for $2,000 from one person that actually cares and tips, while 99.9% of people never actually help or do anything. They just watch and take for free, and it's super easy. It's kind of like your mobile phone. You know when you just pick up your phone and you film yourself in the mirror and say, "Hey guys, Well, you just do that, but then you download OBS. And then on OBS, you have about 20 different profiles. And on every profile, you have about 17 different formats and frames and audio files, and they're all compressed, and you try to get everything to 1080p so it's decent. And then you have all the different camera angles so people can see what you're doing. And then you just get down on the floor pedals. We need the side cam here, Larry. It's hard to see. So I'm really tired, so I'm improvising here. I don't give a shit today. I'm not pointing anybody out, but you fade to black, and then you go to your pedals, and then you have a bunch of pedals, and also that costs about, I don't know, $8 million. And once you wire all that up and put that up, you got your loop pedal here, which is another lot of money, and then you got to put that, and there's a whole bunch of things in there, and then you go to the cafe, and there's all these different resolutions, and then you go and you talk to the wall, and you talk to everybody and ask what they want, and you have guests, and you collaborate and everything, and then you come and watch the Bass Guy show, and then someone says, "Yo, brah, where's Frankie?"
How you doing, guys?
How you doing, Frankie?
I'm doing great so far. And did you hear about how much rain Montreal had yesterday and today?
We had a ton of rain. There's been some flooding going on, and some of the water quality has been bad in some of the boroughs.
Then they got rain hitting for Sydney, Nova Scotia on Saturday. A lot of rain hitting for Vancouver, British Columbia on Monday as well.
So I'm just pausing because Microsoft is so amazing that it won't stop ringing on my other computers, and I can't turn it off for some reason. So if anybody has any questions, could you say hello to Julie in Indonesia?
Hi, Julie in Indonesia. I'm doing great so far.
Julie is a really, 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 really amazing person because she supports a Bass Guy show and helped out, and I really appreciate it, like Sky of the Universe and Stefan.
They banned cruise ships over in Netherlands. I sent you a link.
I got the link, Frankie. Frankie McDonald just sent me a link. Give me a second, everybody. I've got like 8,000 buttons and I'm late today. So that's amazing. Amsterdam is taking action and they're banning cruise ships. Why, Frankie?
Because it's battling climate change.
We have a person here called Frank McDonald. Who's that, Frankie?
My dad, Frank McDonald. Mr. Kiss, he makes his own music. He's doing good so far. And I heard that Vancouver's getting a whole lot of rain on Monday on the west coast too. It's going to bring a lot of rain. London, Ontario had a big hailstorm. Sarnia, Ontario had a windstorm, damage to tree and things like this. Tornado happening somewhere in Ontario.
So, Frankie, everyone's got a TV and a computer and a phone in their pocket. What's going on in the world with the weather? What's going on, man?
It's really, really, really bad right now. The weather's so bad over in New York, bringing a lot of thunderstorms in central states. It's so hot in British Columbia. It's going to bring a lot of rain in Vancouver, British Columbia on Monday.
What kind of human behavior has led to this disaster?
Really bad human behavior, all 7 continents, even Antarctic scientists.
I guess it's like big companies and people consuming without responsibility, and everyone having a car and a house and an air conditioner and a dishwasher, and then they have 5 kids, and then the 5 kids have a house and a car and air conditioner, and next thing you know, there's too much pollution going on, Frankie. People are using stuff.
Even in slums down Brazil, things like this, even in Chile, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, all the South American countries as well. Countries in Europe, countries in Asia, Africa, Oceania, even Antarctica, burning a lot of electricity in Antarctic research stations too.
Well, I think that's an amazing link. I'm going to fix the chat box here. That's an amazing link that you sent me, Frankie, and I think that's amazing that Amsterdam has stopped cruise ships. Hello, how's it going? How are you today?
We're great. Crazy
Awesome. I love Sydney, Nova Scotia, the best people in the world.
It's true. Never a dull moment.
Frankie McDonald.
I'm doing great.
Some fans of yours, Frankie.
Hey, Sky.
Hey, everybody. We're live in Montreal in front of 3 million people.
Did you hear about this? How's the weather in Montreal? And did you hear about this? A lot of clowns and trolls. They're up to no good. They're getting worse all the time. Now they got artificial intelligence, according to CNN. Clowns and trolls are getting way much worse all the time now.
Well, Frankie, I just want to say personally, thank you for being so amazing. The fact that you're out in the town on a Friday night young people going to dance, and it's amazing what you're doing, Frankie. You're doing great.
It was really bad in Montreal and Ottawa. Ottawa had a lot of rain too, so it's Toronto. I'm back on Thursday, all the way in Hamilton, Ontario, St. Catharines, Niagara Falls. London had a big hailstorm.
We have Sky of the Universe and your father are talking to each other.
And did you hear about this? My father's making a lot of music these days. I found it out. Monica's doing great. They hired her contractor. Monica's gonna do work in the house and things like this.
If anybody wants to check out Frankie McDonald's father, Frank McDonald, he has music that he makes. It's on SoundCloud, Mystic Mist. Mystic Mist.
That's my dad's SoundCloud.
And what would people find if they went to visit Sky of the Universe?
Taking videos of trains and things like this. Videos of scenery in Montreal.
Frankie, can you please show us nice and slow and professional where you are? So they're rebuilding what's it called?
Charlotte Street.
They're rebuilding Charlotte Street. What's it going to look like when it's finished, Frankie?
It's going to be beautiful. They have to get rid of the old sidewalks, replacing the new sidewalks.
So Julie is saying, I'm very busy. I'll face my first step of PhD dissertation exam next week, so wish me luck. How much work do you have to do to get a PhD, Frankie?
Study, non-stop.
Non-stop. You know that doctors study for 7 years before they become a medical doctor? But I heard that people on the internet know better. They know everything. It's amazing. So we're starting our show off with you tonight, Frankie. You're doing an amazing job filming. And they did that to my street last year. They dug up the street. Frankie, have you ever seen the television show Fraggle Rock?
There's people walking down Charlotte Street.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, if any time people come and they want to talk to you, just go for it.
Yes.
Does anybody on the chat board have a question for Frankie McDonald, who's live on a Friday night partying? You have a good social life, Frankie.
Yes, and did you hear about this? That means that in Montreal had so much rain today, and I just sent you the link to my winter forecast.
Thank you, Frankie. So that's a new video that you made, right?
That was one of my new videos you can play it on Base Guy Show.
And what did you have for your lunch today?
East San Mario's Pizza. I was working at the Mayflower Mall today.
Anyone let me know if my voice is distorting or anything. I'm using a new setup. We got a whole bunch of new stuff, Frankie. A new microphone, new guitar strings. We've been working hard on the show, and I'm a little bit tired today. What should people do when they're tired?
You have some rest and things like this and get some sleep. Tomorrow night, I'll be on Gary and Dino show, 1 o'clock in the morning, Atlantic time, 12 o'clock Eastern time, 9 o'clock Pacific time. Then on Sunday afternoon, I got an interview with Jason Marshall. We know that's Cookie's podcast. Yeah,
we had Jason Marshall on our show once because of you. And Gary and Dino, they're pretty big, eh? They're California. You're going to be all over
Gary and Dino relocated to Arizona in 2020 during lockdown.
Aha, that's where the Phoenix lights were. There was UFOs in the sky. Hey, can you tell Gary and Dino that I said hello to them?
Yes, I will tell Gary and Dino. The current work cut off Frank Delt's back in Washington, near Seattle.
Frank McDonald, your father, says all the ladies want to talk to Frankie.
Things are going great so far. My dad is doing great. He's making music in his own way.
Hey, careful, Frankie. There's like 12 bees behind you. Bzzz.
I don't see any 12 bees.
Frankie gets his good looks from you, Frank says. So that's amazing. Hey, you're doing great, Frank. You're a young man. You're in the city. This is the time of your life right now.
Yes, it is. And I'm showing professionally slow down Charlotte Street. They're doing reconstruction on Charlotte Street.
Nice and professional, and I'll put on some of my own music, and you show the views. Frankie McDonald in the streets of Sydney, live on a Bass Guy show. So we have Frankie McDonald live, showing us the professional camera views of the street. Got free Wi-Fi here. His father is on the board, and we only have famous people on our shows. Only artists and creators watch my show. It's weird. We have Julie, who's becoming a PhD. Sky of the Universe, who is an amazing, famous YouTuber in Montreal. People always want to meet him. Frank McDonald, world famous father of world famous Frankie McDonald. And hey, Frankie. Do you ever think of what's life going to be like when you're like 90 years old?
It's so unpredictable, and there's a lot of surprises around the world.
Maybe when you're old, you'll have a cane and you'll walk around the town slowly.
That means I'm showing in professionally.
You know what you need, Frankie? You need to have a star on the Hollywood Boulevard. We need a Frankie McDonald star.
And what about Monica Bolio?
How's Monica doing? Does she have pets and stuff?
She got a lot of dogs and cats. She's doing great so far.
So Julie's saying she can't watch the show too much because she's studying her PhD. That means when you get your PhD, that means you're a doctor. Like Dr. Nair Mumstead. So Frankie, tell us about your night. I think Frankie... Sometimes I can't hear you. If you try to stay still, I think it's your Wi-Fi. If you stay very still... And I'll let you speak because I can't hear you very well.
Just imagine somebody took their host in a nightclub.
That's awesome. It totally works better when you're still. So the guy comes home, he's playing music, and he cracked. He couldn't take the coronavirus lockdown. So he took the family credit card and he maxed it out at Home Depot and he painted the house black with a disco ball and a sound system, and then the police show up and they go, and they go, "Sir, are you the owner of this residence?"
Yeah.
Is this a residential or commercial place?
Great essential.
Do you have a permit for this?
No.
Put your hands behind your back. You're coming with me. You're under arrest. Wait. What's that, Frankie?
It's your father and I getting divorced.
Yeah, the son says, "Mom, how come Dad's in jail?" And the mom says, "Son, your father and I are getting a divorce." Hey, we have Leon Padita. I used to be in a band with him. He's an amazing singer, funk music and all sorts of stuff. Leon Padita. Can you say hi to him for me?
Hi, Leon Padilla.
Oh, could you sing happy birthday for Leon?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leon Padilla. Happy birthday to you.
I don't know if it's his birthday, but... Wait a minute. Oh. But it's his birthday at some point. Everybody has a birthday once a year, right?
Yes.
And actually, you know my cousin... Frankie, I got news for you. You know my cousin Adam, who helps me fix the computers?
His birthday's coming up soon.
His birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to your cousin Adam. Happy birthday to you.
That's awesome. Now I can make a clip of that and I'll send it to him to his birthday. We have a fan of yours here, Frankie. Hayden Lenham is saying Frankie does not need a permit. He has the key to the city. What does the key to? What does the key?
Key to the city means a Greta Thunberg got money to gas and Nike.
Good stuff. And talking key to the city, Pat has the key to the city of Base Guy City. So Pat has the key, as does Leon. So Leon, if you could meet my friend Sky of the Universe. He's a YouTuber and he comes to meet me quite often. And I miss you, Leon. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Frankie, my brother Tom is coming from Scotland to Montreal. He's going to come see me for the first time in 12 years. I think when you move around, the signal cuts out, Frankie.
Then it'll be epic.
Yeah, should we have my brother Tom on the live show when he comes?
Yeah.
That'll be like August. I don't know how good your memory is, Frankie, but Friday, August 26th, I think, is the Bass Guy show.
Did you hear about this? August 31st is on a Thursday. 25th is on a Friday.
Okay, well, that's when Tom's going to be here, and maybe Pat is going to come into the studio. And he can do 2 shows if he's here, so he can do the show with me, and you can be here too, right?
Yes.
Mega news from Montreal, Frankie. We have the REM, the REM train, totally original name that no one has ever used before. Rapid Eye Movement, or the band. Just no one's used it, so they thought REM. We have a Sky train opening up on July 30 and 31st. It'll be free.
There's a Sky train in Montreal.
So now you can. They're building it to where I live in St. Anne's, but they're not finished yet. But through Montreal, you can go through a train, and there's no driver. It's all artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Is it safe to drive a train with no driver?
That means that there could be clowns out there. There's so many clowns out there, like artificial intelligence people making them, like clowns, trolls, haters, a lot of young teenagers saying bad stuff about me and things like this.
How come there's so many trolls and clowns, Frankie?
They don't know any better. In fact, they're wet around the world.
Are you having fun tonight so far, Frankie?
Yes, fun. A lot of clowns and trolls are affecting the weather around the world, causing big storms on all 7 continents.
So I'm going to pass the show over to you for about 5 minutes, Frankie. You can talk about anything you want and tell us what you're doing.
I am doing great so far, and things are going well. They're rebuilding the Charlotte Street, getting rid of the old road and sidewalks, replacing with the new ones.
The road's going to look great.
When they're reconstructing the street, they're building sidewalks, things like this.
What's happening with the forest fire situation across Canada and Quebec?
Right now, then you got some rain hit for interior British Columbia and Vancouver, British Columbia, Monday and Tuesday next week.
So Pat says, I'm rail fanning, guys, so I'll be in and out of the show, but I'm here. So we can wrap things up soon because I want you to go have fun tonight, Frankie, and have a good time. What are you going to do tonight?
Dance and things like this. I got something else to say. And Joey only will be back in Wells, British Columbia next week, possible, if they get a lot of rain interior British Columbia, if his fire mission's over. Joey only will be back on the Joey Only show this Thursday coming.
Cool. Well, you say hi to Joey Only and his friends for me. And Frankie, what are you going to do after the night ends? Just walk around?
Yes. I'll be the Joey Only show, things like this. And me and Roger go out and report Joey Only every Thursday night. Joey Only's come back because he was fighting fires for 2 weeks.
Fighting forest fires. That's amazing. Great. Good on for him. This is episode 1557. Frankie MacDonald live in Sydney, Nova Scotia, answering your questions. There's anything you want to say before you go, Frankie?
And best luck to you. I'm Frankie Donald. You're listening to Bass Guy Show.
Thank you, Frankie. I hope everybody's well. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired because I've been setting up 4 guitars so far. It took me about a week and they're still going out of tune. Trying to get the studio running, new computer, loop pedal, wires, everything, microphone. And so for example, we put $350 into the show this month and we made $38. So thank you, Pat and Stefan. Hi, Sky, everybody. Hope you're well. If anybody has a request, if there's something you want me to play, preferably something that I know how to play, but I haven't prepared anything because I've been beyond busy. Oh, here's the reason why I'm really tired and stuff. Because sometimes I even tell my friend Pat, and he the other day was like, oh, I didn't know you were doing that. So I've been doing this show for 10 years this Christmas. And I used to do 10 shows a week, which is a bit much. And then I did 3 shows a week for like 8-9 years. And now I do 1. I've had 2 surgeries on my spinal cord, and I'm in constant agony and pain. It's hard to do anything or go anywhere. So I do this as something to do. And I kept all my shows on private. We've done 1,500 shows, and they're all private. And what I'm doing is I have this project which I started on December 1st, and it's called This Day Today, which I also have on the show later. After we do the music, I do things that happened on July 21st. So for example, today's July 21st. So I'll go back into my YouTube archive or my hard drive, and I'll find all of the shows that I did on July 21st. So there'll be one for 2015. That's when we started recording on YouTube. 16, 2017, 2000. So sometimes there's 5, sometimes there's 3, sometimes there's 8. So on a regular basis, I do about maybe, let's just say, 4 full shows. And sometimes the shows are 2 hours long. So I watch them, I edit them, I put a new thumbnail, I change all the text, all the algorithms, the date, the time, the location, all of that stuff. And then I got to process it, wait, and then I stick it up on the community board because I'm not on social media. That's for one frickin' video. So I'm doing about 4 a day. And I've been doing that since December 1st this year. So every day I'm up to something like 8. I've done 850 videos that I've put up on my channel this year, and it's killing me because you don't take a break. It's every single day non-stop, and I've never done that before, like a project where you don't stop. Doesn't matter if it's your mom's birthday or a Hanukkah or Christmas or the sky is on fire and the forest fire. I'm releasing the video 4 videos every day. It takes about 5 to 10 hours, and then after that I can think about getting strings and making. So I shouldn't even do the show this year because I'm too busy. But I don't know if anybody notices or wants to notice, but I wanted to explain that so it was very clear and professional and slow, like Frankie MacDonald says. So I'm going to show you here. On my YouTube page, I don't have TikTok, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Twitter, I don't have Facebook, I have nothing. I don't talk to anybody, I don't do anything except my music, and I'm cataloging everything this year. So if you go to my YouTube page, usually it just shows up, and people don't realize where the arrows are pointing. There's all different pages. So on my community page, every day, every single fucking day for 365 days, no matter what, it's killing me, I put up about 4 new videos, and then the next day I delete them, not off the computer, I just delete them off the community tab. So you can go there and you can see videos from today, July 21st, 8 years ago. And 8 years ago, we were green screening. We were doing live stuff. So if you'd like to support the Bass Guy Show, you can go to patreon.com/Bass Guy Show. You can just become a Patreon. It's like $4 or $5 a month. And then you don't even have to watch it. You don't have to do anything. You just have to be like, hey, I like Jack, and he's an artist, and he's dedicating his whole fucking life to entertaining strangers for free. I get about 100 or 200 views a week, and 1 person tips. So it's like, here's a thing that's fucking crazy, and when I swear, it's because I mean it. I'm sorry, Julie, I won't swear because I try to respect everybody. I saw a video of some girl singer from Disney or something, and she went live on her phone. She's a nice person. She just went live on her phone, and she's like, she's never done it before, and she's in her kitchen. She's like, hey everybody, and she's got like 1 billion viewers because she's rich and famous. She does well. She's on TV and movies and albums. And people were sending her money, like tons of people. And she's like, what are you guys doing? This is fake, right? And she's like, no, her friends, it's real. She's like, this person just gave me $20. This person gave me $5. And so we had like us, poor people, were sending her money. And she's like, don't send me money. But you spend 35 years doing the show and music and everything. And like, I swear to God, like that's why I made this list. I'm just telling the truth from now. I don't give a poo-poo what people says, you know. I made a joke thing on how to be a better viewer, because it's very condescending when people tell you what you should do when you've been doing it for 20 or 30 or 40 years, you know, as if you haven't tried everything. And you explain everything, you put it on a silver platter, you play songs for people, and people watch. It's not just me. I know a whole bunch of other artists. I collaborate with people, and they're working 100 million hours a week, and it's fun. That's why we do it. It's fun. But wires and guitars and everything, like, why not? Why do you go to the bar and you tip the waitress? Why do you go to Couche-Tard and you buy a paper? Why do you go into a cafe? That's why I made the cafe, right? You go in. Would you go into a cafe for an hour and not buy anything and leave? That's what you're all doing, man. So stop being so shitty. It's a good show, eh? You know, and instead of just playing the guitar and playing songs, no one watches. It has to be interactive. Frankie comes on, everyone watches. I play, everybody leaves, you know? So I end up being in a shopping cart and whatever stupid stuff, so... Anyways, thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Leon. I'm telling the truth, and I've always just been the same Jack, and I always tell the truth. People come in, they watch the show, they like it, and then for whatever reason they get offended, or you're not paying attention to them, or whatever, or, you know. And I'm not talking to people like Pat and Leon and Julie who come in. I'm talking to the other 400 people that have no name, no face, and they just watch from afar and then go on to the next thing, you know. Leon, do you remember when you were a musician and when we were musicians, and we, like, even in the 80s and 90s, musicians would go in and get paid $200 and there was a band on every street corner, and now it's just like, it's dead, you know. There's no respect at all, and people don't like anything unless they can relate to it. Like, unless it's like a sandwich or a hot dog or a t-shirt, or, oh, I like football too. Unless you can relate to it, if, like, who cares about Saturn? Or, you know, like I said, the law of thermodynamics, who cares about that stupid stuff? If I don't understand it, I won't want nothing to do with it. But if you go onto Facebook and you do a video and there's all these purple hearts and smiley faces, and then your name pops up and, oh, wait a minute, I'm involved, and then they tip, and then YouTube or TikTok gets 30% of your money and not the artist, it's all bullshit. And look at this, I tell the truth, and all the viewers have left. There's 3 people now. So anyways, I'm just saying how I feel. Let me read the chat board here for a second, because oh man, I need to set things up better here. I can't see what I'm doing. Let me try this one sec. Okay, so Frank might be running a disco at his grandmother's house with his new light. That's amazing, Frank. I know people that come and watch. Frank, Leon, Sky, I'm not talking to you at all, but I know people who keep coming and they keep watching the show, and they come back every week for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Now, imagine if everyone tipped 10 cents, you know? It's just, and I'm not begging, I'm not busking, I'm just telling the truth. You put your life into something and no one gives a shit. And then you just wiggle your ass in the mirror and everybody goes crazy. It's not Sorry Jack, it's not about me, Leon. I'm talking about the state of the world, you know? The other couple of days we've had forest fires nonstop, and the sky's yellow, you can smell the smoke, there's pollution, and you go down the boardwalk and everyone is idolizing, they're standing on the boardwalk idolizing the people in the fancy, like, cigarette boats and like speedboats, and people with their bikinis and techno music, and everyone's like, oh, I wish I could be like that, and the fucking sky is on fire because we've killed the world. And then people say, oh, Jack, shut up, man. Or you film a frickin', like, you know, raccoon, and you get 27 million views. It's just, everything's gone to shit. The internet has made people stupid. It just made us all dumb. Can anyone here, Leon can you name me 3 bass players? I said this last week. Can you name 3 bass players that were producers for movies, that did film? Can you name any of the musicians that were in Woodstock? How many notes are there in a scale, in the chromatic scale? How many notes are there? What is the relative major of E minor? I'm really good at this, eh? So I have nothing ready, so let's just pick up the guitar and play. And I took my banjo and I put classical guitar strings on it, so that's a project. Every guitar I polished and cleaned and fixed, and the strings are going to be out of tune. It takes about a week. But yeah, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm spending way more than sometimes I do my show and a month goes by, and anyway, it doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? I can't help it. I can't not tell the truth. And it's not complaining or ranting if it's the truth. It's not just a coincidence. All the shit I'm talking about, and the sky's yellow and the world's on fire, it's all the shit I'm talking about. I'm not a crazy guy moaning. It's true.
Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. Oh, we've got to find a way to bring some love here today. Father, Father, everybody thinks we're wrong, but who are they to judge us just 'cause my hair is gone? We've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. The picket lines, brother, and picket signs, sister, don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me, oh, what's going on in the meantime? Love you too, Leon. To find a way to bring some love here today. Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. War is not the answer. Love can conquer hate. We got to find a way to bring some love here today. Picket lines, brother, and picket signs, brother, don't punish me, brother, with brutality. To me, brother, so I can see, oh, what's going on.
Thanks for your time, Leon and Quebec Buff. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Pat. Happy birthday, Adam.
Riders on the storm, riders on the storm. Into this house we're born, into this world we're thrown, like a dog without a bone, a nectar out of bone. There's a killer on the run. It's like a tongue. Take a holiday and let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet memory will die. Killer on the run.
All passengers, we must evacuate as they stop. Station. Please turn directly to the nearest exit.
Yeah, that's rare. That's rare. Talk about good timing.
So I have to tune this banjo up because it's just been restrung. Is everything working? How you doing, Quebec Buff? How you doing, Scott? funny, Tina. At the link at the top of the chat. Thank you for the 10 cents. No one speaks the truth, that's all. You just hate me because I tell the truth. I'm not trying to be something or anyone, I'm just having fun and playing, but it's like going into it anyway, it doesn't matter. Put classical strings on this. So.
All passengers, we must evacuate Place des Arts station. Please go directly to the nearest exit.
Yeah, that's rare. That's rare.